Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tales Does Tales, where we here at Tales of Initiative play through Tales from the Yawning Portal with an eldritch twist. I am your GM, Matt, and I am so pleased to be telling this story with our delightfully daring and frighteningly fantastic cast of players, Danny and Haley. Pya. Joe is unfortunately out sick, and so we'll be continuing our Grimma's Fist side campaign. So, I tricked you. We're not playing Tales from the Yawning Portal. We're playing homebrew shenanigans and that I made up in my weeb brain. But before we get into that, we got sponsors to hear about. There's so many great ones. So give those links in chat a click so you can spone up on what our sponers have to offer you. Like Day 20. Tomorrow, there will be a brand new bit of content dropping from Day 20. It is their first foray into the world of Cyborg. The module is called Boom Hunters, Laughter, and Satisfaction, and is a zine full of characters, missions, and rules for visiting a kill club in the city of Psy. Kill club / nightclub, inspired by Bass Hunter's LOL Kirby album, back from the O's. So if you want to celebrate a little bit of that nerdy, niche electronica music, check it out. It's going to be fun. And speaking of Cyborg, you could tune in on Wednesday. Dustin's gonna be gone, and while Dustin is gone, we will get weird in the city of Psy as we play our Sunsets over Psy little mini off and on will they won't they campaign. Haley will be there and trying to survive a freshly laundered Squishmallows along with some hollowed out cultists.
I forgot about that. Yep, that's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be a good time. And as if that wasn't enough excitement, channel points! You can spend them! Specifically, there are 2 challenges available. Actually, let me make sure that there are 2 challenges available. I might not have clicked the start button, but theoretically, there are 2 challenges available. And what those are going to be is nope, they're live. Haha! Thank you, past me, for doing it correctly. The 2 currently on offer are both vision challenges, meaning you will get to unlock the possibility of extra little cutscenes like we did last week at the end of the show. You can unlock some extra cutscenes that will dive a little bit more into character backstories. The 2 that are currently on offer are Fia and Winnie. So if you want to know more about those characters, there's some points in there. Excellent. Points beginning.
Oh my.
They are only going to be up for 14 days, so be quick about it. And finally, a content warning for our game tonight, which as usual will feature all sorts of cosmic horror, subject matter, including unreliable narrators, hallucinations, body horror, and terrible monsters like rats who are super nasty and want to bite your ankles and crit your ankles, drag you beneath their horrible fetid swamp water so they can just keep biting you. So if you are not into Madness Mommies or Deep One Daddies, go check out our YouTube and catch up on all the other tales that we have on offer. Or stay tuned for our other shows throughout the week. There's lots. Wednesdays is Sunset over Psy, usually Sunset over Vengalia. There's Total Party Chaos. On Fridays, y'all are coming back this week, right? Yeah.
Oh, yep. Yes, we are. I think it's almost the final episode.
Oh, y'all are finishing the Phantom Kingdoms arc?
Yes. I think so.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, after all of that preamble, we are finally ready to start playing. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready to start playing? Excellent. For those just listening, they both nodded.
Yes. Yes.
It's a visual gag.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. So, last time we told our tale, Rift returned from the Undying Master's sanctum. Now crowned the new Undying Master with a little skull friend in tow that has all of these interesting secrets tucked away in his hollow, gem-encrusted head. Rift was encouraged, guided, asked by Grimma to continue going on quests for him, with this latest one being in pursuit of his ultimate goal, which Rift is now aware of, is to find the way to kill a god. And apparently there is only one creature in the multiverse that knows this secret. And whoever that is, it is couched in poetic verse, and Grimma has been stifled once more. And so he's calling in an old favor with a tailor / intrigue master / weird guy named Noda, who lives in the town of Wakawa, which is one of the gateways to Kakuset, the land of floating isles. He's tasked Rift with going there, meeting up with Noda, and getting information about whoever knows this secret that he's after. And part of that is teaming up with a native of Kakuset, Reaper, played by Danny. And y'all have met up. You have met with Noda, who chat decided is someone we've already met. And so I'm looking forward to seeing if that comes to light today. And did a little bit of a parlay, got some guidance on what they're asking you to do. Noda specifically said that while he doesn't know off the top of his head, he's happy to go looking for information as to your little weird poem. And in the meantime, in order to pay for his services, he has requested that you go to the Lantern's Glow Tavern and finish the old quest that hasn't been done yet. And up on the bounty board, you found a 1 silver per rat's head bounty. Apparently there's a rat infestation in the cellar, and no one has bothered to cash in on this seemingly easy thing. The bartender, a feminine cherry tree folk named Sakura, was clearly hesitant to give you any further details, and instead just guided you towards the cellar to see what came of it. You went down there, met a were-rat and a rat-folk rogue, who, after a brief attempt at violence, were convinced at escorting you to see the Rat King. Rift has now been shoved into a hole, which is completely dark, snuffing out her candle, and there is definitely a Rat King in here, but not the kind that sits on a throne and squeaks merrily at you. It is a mass of rats, tangled and miasmic, roaring up out of the fetid muck that is down here in this sewer entrance to claw your face off, probably, or bite. We don't know. Preferences. Lovely. And that is where we're going to chime in and just roll some initiative. Switch that music up. I pre-rolled all my initiatives, so I'm ready for you. And then 13.
18.
Boo! No more cleric initiative for this cleric. I think your passive perception is also 18, correct, Rift?
My what?
Rift?
Or sorry, not Rift. Reaper. You both start with R's. Reaper, your passive perception is 18, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Rift, what is your passive perception?
11.
11. Okay. So
And I'm blind right now.
And you're blind. So there will be a surprise around here as I rolled high enough on stealth to beat your passive perception. But Reaper, you will get to participate. So you see this thing hulking its way out of the muck. It is, by the way, a medium creature. It is just a tangle of rats that are like infesting bloated old corpses and are just moving around as one entity. So Reaper, what would you like to do? As a reminder of where you are in a hallway that's coming off of that cellar room. Both of the humanoidish rats are back towards the cellar. And then there is just a little 5-foot trapdoor down which Rift fell into a much more open area underground. And then you are on the other side of that hole because you noticed the trapdoor and you jumped over it.
Right. Okay. I can see these things. Can I see that they're? Did you say they're undead? Or like they're
don't know
live
if they're
rats?
undead. Give me a either a religion or a history check or a nature check.
Religion. Nature, religion, or what?
Or history.
Oh, we'll go with religion. Okay. Oh, 22.
Okay, 22 on religion. You know that it's not undead. It's got like skeletal masses and like body parts in there, but that's more of just like as this thing is moving, it's just sort of squelching those up into its body. It is not an undead creature.
That's somehow worse.
It's somehow, yes, I agree. It got worse.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump How big is this hole?
It is 5 feet. It's just a 5 foot square, basically.
Oh, so the
hole down.
There?
So it's a hole down that's only like 5 foot across, or 5 foot square, and then it opens up into like a little like cavern beneath the walkway that you're on.
Gotcha. Okay. I was completely.
So Rift is like in the
okay.
middle of like this weird little sewer outlet pool, and there is a big old rat thing just mucking its way up to her.
Ooh, okay. I am
facing
jumping
the wrong way.
Down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to jump in front of Rift as I do and cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Nice. Go ahead. I'm gonna say this is your
Light
jump
directly on me.
light directly on you.
I'm aiming in front of you.
do Spirit Guardians shed light?
Do they? That is a good question. It does not say.
Okay, then I will assume it doesn't. It's like the spirits like have little lights, but it's not enough to like illuminate and be effective against the blind. Oh my gosh, so many points. Thank you, Strix. Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check because you are jumping down into a good distance down into some mucky water.
13.
13. That is good enough. You land, you do like a little minor superhero landing, and you stay strong. You do not take any fall damage, and you are not prone. So yes, Spirit Guardians is up. That's a wisdom save at start of turn for enemy creatures, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Rift, it would be your turn. You are surprised. So no turn. Y'all hear up above. You are muted. Oh no.
Especially with Reaper just jumping down, I'm like, what was that?
What was that? There's just too many noises happening right now. You hear up above you like a little like, and the trapdoor closes up above you.
Good.
I love that reaction. Wonderful. Just, our situation improves by the minute. And then it is going to be the Rat King's turn. Let me bring this stat block over here. Don't mind me. Oh my gosh, it does so much. Oh, it does what? Okay. I forgot to read this before, so. Whee!
Awesome.
Oh, it does get to do a wisdom save at the start, so it's probably going to take some damage. So let me do that wisdom save for you. Ooh, not good. That's a 5.
Sweet. That is a fail. So their speed is halved. And when it starts its turn there, and for the first time on their turn, if they fail the save, they take 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay. Give me that radiant damage. I hate me for pronouncing things that way.
15.
15. Amazing. Good hit. A few of the rats you can hear like squeal and like the like wet falling noises as the corpses like slough off of the creature's mass.
I think there is like a little bit of like weird oceany sloshing sounds from like the spirits themselves from like the dead sailors, basically, is what they look like.
Amazing. Alrighty. I'm going to use, I'm not using anything. It's not me. It's a Rat King. The Rat King is going to use its once per day summon swarms ability. And you hear like crawling in from all of the crevices of this room, just hundreds of rats pouring into this space. And it summons 3 swarms of rats. A 1, a 2, a 3. That's a very unpleasant face, and I love it.
I did not think through this darkness.
Darkness. And then that is its action. That's all it can do there. Ooh. Oh man, there is so much juice in this little text. Amazing. But as its turn ends. It's rat time. It's rat attack. You've all stumbled into Route 1, and I've got all these rattatas waiting to nip at your heels. So attack number 1, we'll go.
Stayed out the long grass.
They are starting their turn though. So wisdom save. Nope. I'm just gonna roll it for all 3. And then, nope. And I'm assuming your DC is an 11, so they all fail. Do you want me to just apply the same, just roll that damage over, the same 15?
Yeah, that works. That's fine.
The nice thing is they all have the same amount of hit points, so it's really easy to do. I only had to do math once and then just write it down 3 times. Haha!
Yay.
Efficiency. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. None of them like that. That was very mean. How dare you? They're going to. First one is going to bite at Rift. It has advantage because you are blind. But a 9 is not going to hit. My rats are not on their game today. Second one, also at Rift with advantage. Another 9. These dice need to take a break. They're gonna go over there. And then
I don't think so. I think you should try again because like 3rd time's the charm, right?
Nope. Natural 19. Much better on this dice.
Yes.
21 to hit Reaper.
Oh, okay.
I switched targets. Haha. You can't predict what I'm doing. You take 2 points of piercing damage. And you do have to make a Constitution saving throw for the purposes. Actually, you have to make 2. You gotta make 2 of those Constitution saving throws.
Okay, first one's a 14.
Okay. I think that passes, but I'll double check and then make another one.
And a 10.
A 10 just passes. So the second one's for concentration. Okay, and you pass.
Have
you pass
advantage on that, but I passed anyway.
You passed anyway. You're good.
Okay.
Alrighty, that's the end of my rat turns. It is Reaper again. Top of the round.
Okay. Okay. Do I see where the candle went?
Yes, but it is covered in muck. And I'm using muck as a nice term for what it's covered in.
Okay. Just your brightener. Okay. Okay, tell me if I can't do this.
Oh, I will.
But can I I have an oil flask. Can I throw it at the big rat king?
You absolutely can. Yes.
Okay.
Now it won't light on fire on its own. You got to bring the
have
fire.
A tinderbox, right?
Okay. So that'll be it's an action to throw it and it'll be an action to light it.
Okay, cool. So it's an action to throw it. I think I have a bonus action. Oh no, I don't. Okay. Then that's it. That's my turn.
Okay, so throwing that acid, the acid flask, or not acid flask, flask of oil. Give me a Yeah, give me a strength test. It's not. You're making a strength-based attack roll. You're basically chucking this thing at this guy.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I have 7 strength.
Yeah.
This is great.
Can I do a flip and make it dexterous?
I will say, actually, yes, because it's thrown. I will allow you to use Dex if you would prefer Dex.
Please.
You can use Dex.
That's a 14 instead of an 11.
I should have made you use strength. The 14 is exactly a hit. So you have coated this big ratty boy in oil, and you can theoretically set fire to him next time. No, Haley, come back. It's your turn. Did you want to do so? Just so I am aware, you are currently interposing yourself between Rift and the Rat King. Do you want to move at all, or are you good staying in melee with the Rat King?
I'm good where I am.
Okay,
I'm gonna try to keep Rift from being attacked while they can't see.
Okay, and just for y'all's mental awareness, your picture of what's happening. Reaper, you have one swarm of rats worth of rats just all teeming around your feet and ankles. Rift, you got double that amount. There's 2 of them boys just like crawling up your plate armor. And it is your turn. What do you do? Ooh, sorry. Reaper, give me a charisma save. I forgot about this. Reaper, give me a charisma save, and Rift, give me a charisma save. Reaper, you get to add +3 to this because you are within 5 feet of Rift.
24.
19.
19. Okay, good. We don't have to do any reverse time. Y'all are not. You feel a horrible presence around this thing, but neither of you are affected by it for now. Little evil rat whispers entering your minds.
Yes. Maybe I want to try. Let's actually do it back as well.
We want all your bones.
I like my bones, thank you.
I'm going to, as they try and scare me, I be like, there's no way. I can't see what's going on right now. So I stomp my feet into the pile of rats, and I use my action as a conquering presence.
Nice.
So, yeah,
More
I'll just
wisdom
try and
saves.
scare them. Yeah, wisdom saves for the guys.
I will do Rat King first. Probably not gonna do it. 14.
14 saves just.
Aha!
It is the DC's 14.
All right, let's see. Let's do Rat Swarm number 1. Natural 18. It has no modifier.
No! That's alright.
No! And then Rat Swarm number 2. Natural 20.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait.
it's
wait.
not an attack. It's not an attack. It's just a save.
It's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was attack.
Yeah, nah, it's a save against my fright. So
And
they're not
then
scared of me at
the
all.
third one-
It's 'cause
natural
it's so
one.
dark.
The third one is
Well,
afraid.
some of them.
The third
Okay.
one, you stomped like right on one of those rats and didn't like kill it, but you got its tail, and then like the magic just like it is not having it. It's getting out of here. Oh wait. Oh shit. I was like, wait, there's swarms. They have weird condition immunities. They're not frightened. They don't give a shit.
Alright. Then I cast bloody. Can I do spiritual weapon? That wasn't a spell, was it?
That was not a spell. No, you can do spiritual weapon.
Cool.
Yep.
And then I will do spiritual weapon bonus action.
Nice.
And I
We
take a
fear
swipe.
nothing. Give us your bones.
Rude. I'm quite scary. Oh no. 12 for the swarm.
For the swarm that's at one of the swarms at your feet, that will hit. Roll damage.
Oh, nice.
They're swarms. They're not immune to frightened. Is like the best thing they have.
Yeah. 9 damage.
9 damage is exactly what you needed. That swarm that was afraid and then wasn't afraid is now dead.
Nice. Little shits, get out of here.
Shit's amazing.
I'm just stomping my feet because I can't see a thing. I can
Right.
just hear chittering under my feet.
Ooh, so that would have been a disadvantage, that attack.
Oh, yes, it would have.
So roll once more and let's see. Doesn't have to be too high.
Oh, it's a natural 19.
Oh yeah, we're good. We're all reverse time stays.
Sorry
Apologies
about
for
that.
all. No, it's okay. Apologies for all
I'll
the
remember for
flip-flopping.
next time.
My brain is sleep deprived, but we're gonna do it.
It's okay.
I'm a rat, and I'm channeling that energy into. Okay, it is going to you. It is the Rat King's turn. Wisdom save.
From oh, yeah.
Nope. Give me that radiant damage.
Sweet. 19.
Oh, good lord. Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know who it's hitting, or who it's gonna try and hit.
You know what? Sailors, even when they're dead, don't like rats.
Yep, this is very true. There's generational trauma for sailors and rats.
A couple of them in there actually died from rat bites, so they're like extra. There's just water leaking from their ankles from where the bites.
This thing is going to rear back one of its arms that is just this like swirling mass of rats and send it your way. You can see like 5 of them just like open their mouths as they're coming for your face. That is, that took a journey. 11 to hit.
Miss.
All right, this is gonna be on, another Reaper. Miss. And then is going to do 1 at one of the rat swarms nearby. It hits.
Oh, it's gonna absorb the fucking swarm.
Mm-hmm. Because it didn't like how much damage you did to it. So it heals itself 10 hit points, smashing into one of those rat swarms and just absorbing its mass into itself. And then the last attack is going to be...
Well, that's just not fair.
The last attack is going to be at advantage against the blinded rift. Come on. I cannot believe my dice luck today. Nope, miss. Absolutely insane. Incredible. There is a rat swarm. It is at your feet, Rift, and it is biting with advantage.
Come and get me.
No.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't.
can't roll above a 5, except on saving throws.
The rats saved on their wisdom saving throw, but they're still a little scared.
They're a little put off. This is not normal. Okay, so that is going to be Reaper's turn. Oh, actually, the rat would have rolled a wisdom save, and the rat is gone. What's your spell save DC, Reaper?
Mine?
Yeah.
17.
Oh yeah.
17.
Annihilated. That swarm is gone. So there's no rat swarms. There's just a rat king, an ineffectual rat king. Reaper, you are up.
Okay, we're pulling out my tinderbox and we're trying to set it on fire.
Okay. I am going to say, what the hell is this? This is going to be an athletics check. I'm going to interpret this as you trying to grapple this dude.
Okay.
Oh, give me a charisma save after you roll that.
Okay, so that was 14 and 7.
7? Is that with +3? Doesn't matter. That was low enough. Okay, so your athletics was a 14, you said?
Yeah.
You are currently afflicted by the plague of ill omen. So give me a d4 and subtract it from that.
That's 4. So 10.
And I rolled a 19. So as you go to like strike the tinderbox to hit it, like one of those big appendages, masses of rats, just like knocks it out of the way, and your flint like goes down into the water, and you're like hunting around. You got it again, but you were not able to set a blaze this turn.
Shit. Okay. My turn. That's fine.
That is just your action. You could bonus action or move. Okay.
No, we're good.
Rift, you are up. Give me a charisma save. I'm gonna remember these charisma saves. I'm gonna write it down.
19.
You got it.
I'm going to cast Bless on myself and Reaper. So now, whenever we make an attack roll or a saving throw before the end of the spell, we could add a d4.
Nice.
To the roll.
Very cool.
And then I'm going to just take a swing with my spiritual weapon at the Rat King that's left.
Yep. Still at disadvantage because blinded.
Yes. 18 and 4 plus a 10's not going to hit. Never mind.
10 will not hit. Nope.
I swing wildly. I'm unable to grab.
Massive.
Am I able to bless Reaper effectively?
Yes, yeah, because I don't even think bless requires sight. I think it's just creatures you choose, right?
Oh yeah, my choice. Yeah, cool. Perfect. Not
So actually, you would have a D4 for that disadvantage roll. So roll a D4. You might hit.
Oh yeah. Plus a 3. So what was that in the end?
13.
13.
Barely. You needed the 4. It barely
Oh,
misses.
yep.
Dang
No, that's
it.
all good. Good. It was a good reminder. Thank you.
A valiant effort. A good try. Alrighty, it's Rat King time. Wisdom save against this godforsaken spiritual guardians. No! Give me that damage.
Alright. 11.
11. A much more reasonable number, thank you. It was hurting, and it is going to hurt you back, or at least it's going to attempt to. All right, first attack. Coming at you, Reaper. Let's go. There we go. Those are real numbers. 24 to hit.
Oh, yep.
Now we're cooking with fire. Actually, we're cooking with something far nastier than fire. That is going to be 11 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with your D4.
I dropped it. Okay, 4. Okay. Let's see. 24.
Damn it. Okay, you succeed. And then roll a Constitution saving throw for, this is with advantage for the concentration.
Did they need to do charisma as well?
11.
11?
Failed it.
You're good.
Yep.
No, the charisma save is just the start of y'all's turns. It is still its turn. Oh, bollocks. I'm gonna hit you again, Reaper. 12?
Miss.
Damn it. All right. These are going to Rift.
Oh.
17.
Misses.
You and your plate armor. There we go. 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. There we go. 12 points of piercing. And
Nice.
this is a Constitution save from you as well, but not for disease. You don't have to do the disease one. Because you're a paladin.
A 19 plus
Ugh.
6. 25. Con save.
It's not as interesting if you make all your saves.
Oh, let me
You
just quickly
succeed.
add that D4 to
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just,
25.
oh, okay. That made a difference. That is its turn. It goes to Reaper's turn. Charisma save with a D4. It's a fun disease too. I want to get this disease on you. Yeah.
18.
Right hands.
18. That is a success. Yes. And it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. We're gonna try again. We're gonna
Okay.
try to set it on fire.
Give me that athletics check.
It's a -2, but 15.
15.
I don't get the D4 right because that's just
It's just on save.
it's not skill checks.
And
yeah,
you
okay.
are able to set it on fire. So give me a D4
Oh shit. Okay.
or 2D4. Sorry.
4 and 3 for 7.
7 damage. Is now on fire, and that is giving you enough light, certainly, that Rift, you can see it if you can't see much else of the room. So it is now
Oh, dear
burning
God,
and
put
on
it
fire.
out. Put it out. The smell.
It is. Actually, yes. I will actually say, Reaper, you need to give me a save against that disease, because this is
I'm sorry.
this
Okay.
is genuinely a horrifying stench coming at you.
Okay. Oh god. 11.
11, is that with the D4? I
Nope.
want to make sure you got all of the things before I get excited.
13.
13. Did you add the Aura of Protection from Rift? You get
No,
extra
16.
+3. Fuck!
The dice aren't on your side today, Matthew.
I'm gonna throw
Thank you,
more.
Paladins.
I'm gonna throw more rats at you until you. I will
Great.
bury you in rats. The ghost of Dia has things to say about this. You pass. You don't get the crazy, ridiculous disease. It does smell genuinely awful, but you do not have any mechanical effects from said. Just the rankest stench.
I've smelled worse.
What have you smelled? This is like a flash.
Dead sailors.
What's the flashback? Oh, that's actually valid. Yeah.
Dead,
Waterlogged,
bloated, waterlogged bodies.
Empty the contents of like shark guts. Okay, Reaper, that is your turn. Rift, it is your turn.
Charisma saving throw.
Yes, thank you. With your D4.
A dirty 20.
Yeah, you fast.
23. My charisma's just my vibe.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a tough one for you to fail anyways. The bless is just particularly needling me in the kidneys. What would you like to do? You can now see this horrifying thing.
I would like to swim with my morning star, please.
Yes, attack. You can now see why this thing was immune to frightened. It itself, by sheer knowledge of its own existence, nothing can frighten this thing.
14.
14 just hits.
Nice. So that's a D8. 6 damage with the morning star.
Very nice.
And then I
Does not look like all of that went through.
Okay.
You're finally using a non-magical damage type.
Yeah. And then I will swing with my spiritual weapon now.
Okay, cool.
The same thing, 14.
Okay, yep, that hits.
Oh, that's not nice. 5 damage.
Good. Good. Yes. Oh, accidentally did math wrong. There we go. There we go. Ah. Alrighty. That was action, bonus action. You do get, you're above level 5. What are you doing, Miss Marshall? You get 2 attacks.
Ah, I get 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was the same amount of damage for a second morning star. Should I go the spiritual weapon now? Or
We'll
should
say
I
the
go
spiritual
with
weapon was that one. I counted all the 5,
Okay.
and then you can do a morning star attack now.
Okay, I'll do another morning star attack. Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh,
Because you are allowed to interleave them like that, by the way.
13's not going to hit.
13 will not. Did you roll a d4?
No.
Because you're blessed. I hate you. It hits automatically because it's a friggin'
14.
+1. Yeah. Roll your damage.
Oh, thanks, Matthew.
You're welcome.
8 damage.
8 damage. This is what I get. You know, I know in my head paladins and saving throws do not mix, and yet here I go, just wanting y'all to fail saves. It's just not going to happen.
You created this, Matthew.
I did.
You're.
I did this. I'm the problem. It's me. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. It is its turn. Wisdom save against this thing, this ridiculous spell that I cannot get rid of. I did make it this time. You said 14 is your spell save?
17.
Oh, that's right. Yours is
Mine?
crazy high. Nope, I fail.
Okay. Okay.
I think it was
that
17,
is-
wasn't it, Danny?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Riffs is 14. That's why I got mixed up.
It's another 11.
11. Alrighty. Y'all are absolutely whittling this thing away. A lot of the rats are just like sloughing off in these big, just avalanches of bodies into the swamp. The icky
So
sewer
much
water.
Silver?
Yeah. Do you want to sit there and count them up though? Okay. Anyways,
Yeah, I'm gonna bag up all those rat heads.
I'm gonna bag those. Oh God. Absolute worst smell coming up from the cellar. All right. Bites. There's no advantages going around. Rift, you're really hard to hit. And Reaper, you're hitting it harder, so it's gonna prioritize you. Reaper. Miss. A 13 misses you, right? Okay.
Yeah. AC 17.
Oh, you're barely easier to hit. That's a dirty 20 though. There we go.
Okay. Yep. That'll get me.
Ooh, minimum damage, 5 piercing damage, but Constitution saving throw with your friggin' plus D4 plus 3. Yeah. I can hope for low numbers. I'm allowed. I'm allowed to hope.
21.
Yeah, of course. And a miss on the third attack and the fourth attack. Okay, 23 to hit.
Okay.
Much better on damage, 9 piercing damage. Again, another Constitution saving throw.
Ah. 10
With everything? Bless?
with everything.
Plus 3? Yeah.
Finally. Got it.
There's an entire paragraph for this disease, and y'all have just been ignoring it. So now I get to use it.
Oh no.
Reaper, you feel yourself. These bites are just like just teeth sneaking past your armor, and all of a sudden you feel your whole stomach just turn, and all of the strength kind of leave your body. You have 1 point of exhaustion.
Ooh. Jesus.
Is it a disease?
It is a disease. So y'all can solve it. But I get to have my fun for right now.
Yes.
Paladins. When you wonder why GMs always play paladins for their characters, this is why. I could just solve all the problems and then hit stuff with a stick. And then also give me 2 concentration checks. So 2 constitution saving throws at advantage, plus a d4, plus 3.
Why advantage?
She has Warcaster.
Oh, cool. Amazing.
Oh no, Danny, you're frozen.
21. Oh no. Hold on.
No.
Oh.
We can still hear you though. So what'd you get? Ah! Oh no!
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh god, I'm sorry.
Ah! It's in the wrong order! This is a mess!
I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ah!
Okay. Okay.
Everything's
good.
fine. We're all fine here.
You hit me in real life. That's 21.
21. What's the other one?
Oh god. Okay.
Technology.
Technology.
Other 16. 19. 23.
Oh my god. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'll just die to the spirit guardians. Incredible. I'm going to make a note of Matt will remember this for next time.
All new character creation. Spirit Guardians is banned. It is a banned spell.
No, it's
Anyone
totally
that
fine.
casts it.
GMs, is a point of learning. Your players are allowed to seize incredible victory from the jaws of not even close to defeat, and you can just build an encounter that destroys them later, because you could do that. Anyways, that is its turn. It is now Reaper's turn. Charisma save.
Uh, 23. Do I still get that plus the?
Yes, you do.
So 26.
Yes, here's the thing. Here, don't add anything unless, like, if it's in the teens on the dice, just moving along swiftly.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. We're not going for 30. Do you want me to put something in this room that has DC 30? Because I fucking will at this point.
No.
I'm watching you do math with a little shred of hope in my heart. Like, oh, they're having to do math. Oh, maybe it was a low roll. Oh, 23?
29.
It's not even
I want you to have that hope, Matt.
Yeah.
For me to take it away.
For you to take it away. Yes. Yes.
The only power we have over you, Matthew. Let us have it. It's the dice.
No, I love it. It's good.
Listen,
So yes,
you kicked the shit out of Pebble, so
I did.
twice.
Yes, I did. I love how I roll absolute rocks with like regular ass giant rats and like zombies and shit, and then I get a dope ass stat block. It's like 4, 7. It's all fine. Reaper, it is your turn. You are not plagued
Okay.
with ill omen. You are at
Okay.
full power. God save us all.
All right. We are going for a 3rd level inflict wounds.
Oh my god. And you get D4 to the attack roll, because bless.
Oh.
What's happening?
Just when you went, oh my god.
12 plus 9 is a 21.
21 hits. Roll all of them D10s. I'll brace myself.
Might be low. 22.
Ooh, that was actually low. That was lower than I was expecting.
Yeah.
But still a mighty hit. Sizable damage.
Okay. And we're good.
He has that many left. You hear this horrible like squeak as like a bunch of just this hollow of rats is made around your hand, and so it just like slurps off onto you, and you're like, eh.
Well.
You're like high-fived by 18 rat corpses.
That's horrible.
If I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna make it incredibly disgusting for you to deal with. Any bonus actions? Anything else?
Good.
Okay, Rift. This thing is looking busted up.
Cool, I'm gonna take 2 swings with my. Oh my god. I can't. Cat just attacked my hand.
Good, Dougie. Good.
We're gonna take 2 swings.
He's working for me now.
He is.
Get her.
He's working. My dice, not my dice hand.
Use my strong hand.
24 to hit with the
Yes,
first one.
I think that might hit.
For 6 damage.
Okay, this is with your mace, right? Or Morningstar?
Morningstar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, doesn't all go through, but it still gets some.
Yep. 20, dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 absolutely hits.
Ooh, 11 damage.
Nice.
And then I will use bonus action spiritual weapon.
Okay.
22 to hit.
22 absolutely hits.
8. Ooh. 10 damage.
10 damage. And it is this flurry of like Morningstar to the right and left, and like you go low, and your what does your spiritual weapon look like?
I actually what about that. I think it just looks like another morning star that she carries. Yeah.
Would you want some flavor from your little weird friend?
Yeah. Yes.
It is a flail that the tip of it for a second looks like one of those. Have you ever seen those diamond flanged flails? Where it's like,
oh yes,
it's like a diamond like this, and it's got spokes that come out kind of like this, and it's pinwheeled, so it's just this horrible nastiness. You see what looks like that at first glance. It is, when it turns on its side though, it is thin. It is a lower jawbone that is cast in black iron. And as it flails through, just ping-ponging around, rat, and just smashing through them, it cleaves through this little skull that was propped up in the middle of this creature's grotesque body, and the rest of it just shatters into nothingness, as what few rats might have survived just go scribbling out into the sewer system. You are out of combat. Theoretically, you're still in. You are barely seeing like the contents of this room from like the horrible stench of that smoldering flame that's kind of just cooking at the body remains.
Is the flame gone out because of the water now?
The flame, I would say it's going out slowly. It is fading as more of it starts to like fall into the sewer water. It's not all out right away. So there's like lingering bits of light that you're able to like, you could look on yourself for like a torch or anything if you need to get something in this moment.
If you don't have a torch, I can give you one.
I do have a torch. I grab a torch, remove one from my inventory, and I light it on fire. I smear it in that oil goo that I know that sets on fire, and then hopefully, you said the fire wasn't out yet, so hopefully I can just catch the torch on what's already there.
You don't need to get a tinderbox out. You can get that last little bit onto it. You've now made your torch a very stinky torch, but it is lit.
It's okay. Now I can wave it at enemies. Do you think that was it?
Looks like it.
Wait,
Can
come
I
here and
see-
can I quickly just heal her disease, please?
Make an investigation check. My metagaming senses are tingling. Or medicine. Investigation or medicine.
18.
18.
Medicine.
Okay. So yes, you can recognize that like there's a little bite mark up on Reaper's neck that does look fairly broken out and nasty. So you could tell that she is under the effect of a disease. So you can go ahead and cure that.
Perfect. I do 5 lay on hands to get rid of that disease.
Thank you.
This is one of those.
Appreciate that.
I really like. By the way, this is a stat block from Kobold Press, and I really like how they do some of their more advanced mechanics. This one
That was really cool.
This one does not. This disease, it's the exhaustion sticks around. It does not go away when the disease is cured. You've just. I will spoil some of what this does. Basically, every long rest, you need to roll again against this disease. If you succeed, it just doesn't get worse. You have to succeed twice in a row to get rid of it. If you fail, you gain another point of exhaustion, and long rests do not remove these points of exhaustion. So it just slowly kills you with exhaustion.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad I picked
All
that up.
right.
I could smell it on you.
Yeah, everything smells right now, I think.
Is there another way out of here?
Looking around the room, now that you got a torch, you can kind of see a little bit better. You occasionally hear like the little like as like a rat like wanders by and just gets like immediately decapitated by one of those spirit sailors that's still like floating around Reaper. They are out for blood. They've got a lot of there's a lot of debt to repay against these little nasties, and they are doing it. There are no other non-rat based entrances or exits to this room. You would have to be a tiny creature to make use of anything that's going in and out here.
Can we possibly climb back up?
You could definitely try. It is damp in here, to not use the M word, and there are no good. So basically, let me describe this a little bit better for you. You're in this sort of like, it looks like a collapsed sewer system. It's like a little vestibule of earth and rock that's been hollowed out due to water flow that's gone awry. And so there's like a little bit of worked stone up above you in that shaft leading up. And it's about like 8 feet above your head. And otherwise it's like smooth-ish rock ceiling leading up to it. So it's a tough get. But you could try and like, your best bet is probably like standing on each other's shoulders or something akin to that.
Okay. I don't know if will work because I'm not sure if it counts as a door. Can I use thaumaturgy to just blow that like cover off?
Oh, interesting. What is the exact text on that phrase, on that part of thaumaturgy say?
You instantaneously cause an unlocked window to fly open or slam shut.
I'm gonna say that because it has like a locking mechanism as part of the trap, it does not fly open. Like you do the thaumaturgy,
it's locked.
like it like it's
locked.
not like locked, but it's mechanically latched in a way that functions like a lock.
Oh, okay, because I wasn't sure if it was just like sitting on it. Okay.
If it was
Stupid brats.
quick enough, could I swing my spiritual weapon at it?
Ooh, interesting. I would say yes. Yeah, it's been less than a minute here. You're in the quick like aftermath of this thing.
19.
19.
To hit?
No need to roll damage. This is just a trapdoor, and you quit like, and you can see that like on the bottom side, this is a wooden door that has been fauxed to look stone on the top of it.
Okay.
And you quickly like crack through any mechanism there. A couple of little bits of wood fall down on you, but it is now open into darkness.
Yeah, let me
up there.
give you a boost. No.
Okay. Thanks.
Boost you up.
Yeah. Can I
Rift
get
is
up?
strong.
Can you get up? Give me a quick athletics check.
God.
This is as much for flavor as it is.
Maybe
for
I should have tried to
progress.
boost you up.
Oh, I'm
16.
16. Yeah. Yeah. You no problem pulling yourself up. I feel like this is where I wish there was like circumstantial proficiency, where it's like you've been on boats, you've got that sailing life, and then like climbing out of a weird spot is a skill set you would reasonably have. So you're able to hoist
That's
yourself
fair, yeah.
up out of that hole.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna pull out some rope that I have and find something sturdy to tie it off onto, and then throw it back down.
Sure. I'm assuming it's 50 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you're able to. You notice that the door to where the cellar is closed. Do you go back there? There's nothing to affix it to in this hallway. Do you go back that way? There's also like there's the closed door that you know leads to the cellar room, and then there's just the hallway where it went down, and it leads past your dark vision.
Yeah, if I know there's something back at that door, I will.
Go into the
I'll
cellar
look-
door.
while you're
Yeah,
there,
I'll
see
look
if you
down
can
and
grab
say-
a sack.
Okay, I'll be right back.
And now I'm collecting the rat bodies into a pile.
Yep. Give me a Constitution saving throw for shits and gigs. Bless is gone.
Yeah. I got a natural one.
You absolutely vomit. You were not like, this is a sewer system that has been accumulating rat, both like leftovers of food and shit, just endlessly for God knows how long. It's horrifying what you are digging through. And it's like, it's that reaction of like, and then you like look at your gauntlet and you're like, oh no, oh, it's in the cracks. Oh, it's touching me. It's just that overwhelming realization of what you've just done to yourself for like the next day of your life. Is that smell will be with you. That smell is now your ancestor.
Yeah.
It is horrifying.
Wonderful. Oh, there's no like big boy rat that was wearing a crown that is proof that we did this. So I need to collect these rats.
Reaper, you're going into the cellar to find something to tie it onto. Give me a quick
Yeah.
perception check as you're going in there. I need evidence.
Cool. 23.
23. You feel confident that there was no one else in this cellar room. And you also feel confident that obviously you can like affix a rope to like one of those big like kegs. There were all those old barrels in the corner. You could affix it to that, no problem. But there's no sign of those other two rat creatures that were here.
Okay. Is there a sack?
There is a sack, yes.
Okay, I'll
It's
grab
currently filled with like mildewy hay and sawdust, like the stuff that you would want to put down in a tavern to kind of catch water. And it's a smell, but it's not like what's below. So I mean, yeah, you could dump that out, and this bag is gonna have a worse day than what it was having.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go back and throw the rope down, and then also be like, I found a sack, and then drop it.
I fill the sack with as many rats as I possibly can.
Yep.
I've already vomited. I'm already here. I'm in it. Let's do it.
You've committed to this course of action. Yes.
Yes.
You-
In fact, I feel like during that time she started being like, "This is a lot of rats." Just chopping off heads and putting them in the bag so that so she can fit more in there.
So you can put more
Now
in
it is
there.
a blood-soaked, awful bag full of 800
Amazing.
rats. Here's your rat king.
You are able to do just that. Oh my god, horrifying.
I tie the rat bag to the rope first so so Reaper can pull it up.
Reaper, do you want to pull it up? It's just
I'm just gonna assume that this person is just weird, but whatever. I've met weirder people. Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Yep. It smells like it was
I'll carry
described.
it. Don't worry. I'll carry it.
Yeah, all right. Why do you want this?
Payment.
All right, fair enough. All right, right, I'll throw the rope back down after I grab it.
Yep. And Rift, you're able to climb your way out. Yeah. You come out looking like a kid that was really excited for Halloween, and then horrible things happened. Slipped in a
I
mud
look
puddle.
like I jumped into like the hole of an outhouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a grisly sight. Do y'all
I need a bath.
do y'all head up
going?
Yeah, where do y'all go now?
Is that all the rats?
Do
you think?
I mean, we can try to find those other two. There might be more of them, and we don't want that.
Yes. Well, it was to get rid of all the rats, wasn't it? The note in the thing was just was it just rat killing in the basement, or when the tree told us, they said something more specific, didn't they?
Sakura didn't really expound on the notice. It was just like she said it was like it says what it says. And the notice literally just said 1 silver per rat head. It was kind of one of those like implied but not enforced, like get rid of the rats forever and ever thing. But it was just sort of written offhand, like it'd be written in the way that like a tavern keeper that's really tired of dealing with the rats is like, fucking 1 silver per head, just get rid of them, and post it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe we...
She said there was something else going on though, so she might have been talking about the rat guys.
Maybe.
Also, I did not appreciate what they did to us, so if we can just kick their ass out of here, that'd be great.
I think so too.
Maybe I'll throw them off the side into the ocean.
That sounds good. All right, I'm gonna leave this rat bag here. Do you want to continue on, or shall we? Yes, go up first, or do I need a shower? How can I continue on the way I am, or are you going to mechanically disadvantage me if I don't go have a shower?
Going back into the tavern, you mean, or going down the hallway?
Yeah, continuing on with the story.
Which way? But both could is what I mean.
Sorry, continuing down the hall.
Continuing down the hall. Okay.
Not going and getting cleaned up.
You're not. The only disadvantage I'm going to impose at all is just charisma checks dealing with anyone with a sense of smell. that's really it that's going on right now. It's mostly aesthetic.
Is there possibly in that bottom room just like a thing like with water that just comes out just like that they would use to like fill barrels or like whatever?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage. I forgot about your point of exhaustion. With disadvantage,
I still have that, right?
Okay. You do still have the point of exhaustion. That will, now that the disease is cured, that will go away with long rest as normal. The disease makes those sticky, is what it is, the really nasty bit.
Okay. 16 of 15 plus 8, 23.
Y'all are rolling monsters. There is absolutely like piping into that room. It's like old stonework, but you can see it's mostly collapsed, and the stuff that's like burbling out of there is potable for rats and rats only. It's part of the problem.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna need.
So if we were to open that would smell awful. That
would just emphasize one of the many smells that is in this cocktail.
Fantastic. Maybe we don't do that then. Unless you really want the gunk off of you, but you don't mind the smell.
I'm not that bothered. I'm here now, so we can go have a shower and go get paid, or we can finish getting these.
I'm sure there's more of this nasty gunk down here, so we might as well just keep going and then shower after.
I think so. We're gonna continue in a sewer sort of deal. Like, it could get worse. All right, let's keep going down the dark hallway. And I've got my torch. Hopefully, did I carry that up? Could I have climbed that up with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You could always as
in the teeth.
I was gonna say the teeth. Oh, I don't know. You're committed. You're on this course of action. You just and up the rope ladder you went. Yeah. Not rope ladder, just rope. Going down that hall, it wasn't very far past your dark vision, Reaper, that darkness kind of continued. It very quickly enters into what is a sewer system proper. And you can see that this is not a sewer system in the same way that what you were just in was. This looks to be more of a storm sewer system. So it's, if you can kind of imagine like that classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kind of look, where it's an archway over and it has little hallways down each side and water running down the middle, but it's very tight and condensed. It's only like 5 feet across, to where like the most comfortable way of walking in here for y'all is like souped over with 1 foot on each side of the water. And the water is actually moving at a good clip. It's actively raining outside above, and you could hear that rain pitter pattering just a little bit, as you could see like a little bit of light drifting in from some of the vents that go further down. And is
that water's flowing in from the street? I can see it. I just wash my hands and my face.
Yes, it immediately is like,
I do the same, yep.
This is dirty street water, but it is clean by my current standards. So yes, it is much better. And it is actually like difficult moving in here, not just because of the space, but because the water is now high enough that like it's kind of slippery moving over those stones. So you could definitely see how being a small humanoid or being rat-like would be very advantageous if you're going to use this as a means of traversing the city. It is stone.
Cool. I don't have difficulty traversing over stone. My feet kind of meld in with it.
Nice.
And
Wait, are you? Is Rift canonically in like greaves that don't have soles? Like, do you have like armor plating, but then barefoot?
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah. So then she can, because when she merges with stone, which is her pass without a trace, her feet literally enter the stone, and she just, like an escalator,
just gliding around. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
That is cool. Can I say that I pulled the rope back up and have it?
Absolutely, yes. You still have your rope.
Yeah. The water, is it deep?
It is like kind of sticking your hand in there. You have to like brace yourself against the side to make sure you don't fall in. About 2.5 feet deep. It's not extremely deep. It's just fast moving, and you could definitely see how this would fill in a heavy rainstorm.
Oh, okay. And yeah, I'm not too worried about that.
I would say give me an investigation check. Or survival. Either one would apply in this situation.
Oh, that's not one, so it doesn't matter.
Yeesh. Rift, if you have anything, this is just like passive information. What do you know about the area that you're in?
Natural 1. We know nothing.
Y'all are fucking out of your depth, oddly enough.
We're paying attention to the fact that we're stuck in a sewer right now.
Yes, exactly. That
everything
like,
is gross.
The smell is weighing heavily on your minds, and you're not really thinking about like anything else. What are y'all doing? It does.
The only other thing I'm thinking
upstream,
about
downstream
is how much I hate rats.
Mm-hmm. Can we hear? Okay, so would rats be downstream or upstream? Does it look like the where the water is running?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like just reaching over the edges of where we can place our feet on the edge, or is it like a foot below where we're stepping? I want to know if like rats run up and down this easily, or if they would have been washed away when there's like heavy rain.
The water is basically like even with where the stonework on the sides is, to where it's like if a big rush comes through, it kind of splashes up onto the top.
Mm-hmm.
You can give me a survival check to see anything.
A natural 20.
I was gonna say I'm putting this DC very high because you just nat 1 to survival check that might have helped with this. I will say the nat 20 is not going to magically make tracks appear.
No.
Tracks are like nigh impossible here.
Yes.
But you would be vaguely aware of the fact that like rats, especially if they're like humanoid rats that can use a little bit of their brain power, rats are good swimmers. And so if it was crazy high speed water, yeah, they're going to have a little bit of trouble swimming upstream. So you'd imagine downstream would be more convenient, but it's not going to stop them. And they could also like, if a wave is coming, I'll just brace, wait out the wave, and then keep scuttling forward.
Well, my information that I've just gathered didn't help me in any way whatsoever. So would you like to go upstream or downstream?
Um. Do I have anything that can help?
Can you see either direction?
It's
Like, I know that there's a little bit of light when we look up. Can we see where we are?
You can't see where you are unless you were like extremely savvy about like the underside of the awning of like buildings. You're not really seeing.
I'm
enough
picturing like a
details.
storm drain where it's like big and I can put my whole head there.
You can. I would like you can see a little bit of that going on. So like Rift, no, you would not be able to know like where you are because you don't know where you are. But I would say that Reaper in general, you'd be able to figure it out. Like, oh, I'm on this street. As soon as you could see a like well-known landmark.
Okay.
So we are leaving the building though.
Yeah, you are effectively outside. You're getting the sense that hallway puts you outside of the domain of the tavern, and you're now at street.
I guess, is there, just looking in either direction, does it look like there's like a wall or a turn?
Up ahead, there's a fork.
And the other way?
So we're going to choose
Just
upstream
straight.
or downstream right now, and next we have to choose left or right.
Yes. So downstream there is a
It's
fork,
horrible.
and upstream you don't see. It kind of curves to the right a little bit. If you want to, what I'll say is I can roll that natural 20 on the survival forward a little bit. I just rolled a stealth check to see how well they were able to obfuscate their path. What is your survival bonus?
Oh yeah, +1.
+1. So it was going to have to be a tie based on numbers because I also rolled a natural 20 on stealth. So y'all do some searching. There is no, like, you go upstream a little bit, look around, you go downstream a little bit, look at the T. You're looking on the walls for like claw marks and you're seeing them, yes, but there's no way to know. Like, there's enough of them here that you're like, oh shit, they use this all the time. And there's no way of dating which claw mark was the freshest to your eyes. So there is, ostensibly, there's no way of tracking them given the circumstances. You'd have to pick a direction and hope.
This is just a city sewer system now.
Can I give one more thing a try?
Sure.
This, I hope this makes sense, but I think that Reaper's kind of used to tuning out like the sound of water, and especially if she tries. So can I just like close my eyes and try to listen like in either direction to see if I can hear anything that doesn't sound like water?
I like this. It's gonna be a perception check and it's still gonna be a disadvantage, but I'm allowing it because that is a really cool idea and I want it to work.
Okay. Okay, so 10 plus 8, 18.
18. You kind of do that, like, this might be a reference that no one gets, but that like engage the mechanism thing. You're tuning out all of those sounds that you know what they sound like and you're very familiar with it. And you do catch this like a snippet of dialogue, and it's you no chance of knowing what the words were, but it's a sound that sounds like it's coming from within the sewer system, and it came from upstream. It's like the stream carried this sound to you, so you know that that is the direction that something went. Something is communicating. It went that way, and now you caught just this fragment of a noise.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I heard something that way.
Let's go.
How are y'all moving that way?
I can't be stealthy.
I
mean, I can if I cast a spell.
I'm at disadvantage here anyway, so I guess it's not a lot to do on the stealth end. We're just I mean, they do seem to have like traps, which I'm not super happy about. So we could try if you want to.
Okay. I wonder. Oh wait. I don't think my pass without a trace does.
It does other people. I think you get the
It
full
does other
version.
people?
Yeah.
I get the full version. Yeah, just because it says meld with Earth, so I didn't.
Yeah, it
want
does.
to make one
It makes it a cool. It gives it a really cool feature name, and then it's like
yeah, but I didn't
slightly
want one on
confusing.
Yeah. All right, let's do that then.
Cool.
I am going to use my pass without a trace racial trait.
All right. So disadvantage on stealth checks, but you do get plus 10.
Plus 10. Cool.
I got a 10 and a natural
nice.
20.
Ooh.
But
I got an 18 and a
disadvantage.
16.
So 20?
So 28.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's, you see Riff's feet sink into the stone a little bit, and she's just up it now. And
Awesome.
silence. No steps.
I think Reaper is pretty used to slippery places, so just she kind of figures out where to stick her feet where it's not like slipping and clanging.
Nice. So what was y'all's totals again? I know not riffs. Riffs was
20 in total.
all above 20. Amazing. Ridiculous. You make your way up this sewer, and you can see that like going upstream has the advantage of it being a slightly simpler route. You're always like there are other bits merging in, but you're looking at them, and a lot of them are like they would have to be tiny to get through here. And you did notice that the one was small, so not actually creature sized, but they would have a tough time maneuvering through in some of these other tunnels that you're encountering. You keep going, and eventually there is a the storm sewer system itself continues forward, but you can see that it is opening up to the side into like a hallway going down. And the stonework of this hallway is not slick. It's like just rough enough to give like a little bit of texture so that your feet can grip to it. And it's also got all these holes into it. And you can see that like as water splashes over occasionally, it'll go down those holes and trickle away. So it's like it's protecting itself from any water flowing down into this area. Are y'all still going?
I think that's where we want to go, right? Yeah.
Moving in.
You see into it first? Like, can we see into it, or do we have to go down to be able to see?
It's going down at an incline, and the tunnel is small enough to where like you can see it opens up, and you are at this point hearing a little bit of like, what should we do about it? And you're hearing like a little bit of muffled conversation, but you can't see into the room. You can see a floor. You can see it. This like holy stone levels out and then hits a room.
Shall we go? Do you want to listen in first, maybe? Are you talking about something?
Yeah, let me try to listen. I can just shuffle a little bit forward.
Okay.
I
So
keep her within my pass without a trace.
yeah. So Reaper, you're in the lead. You're going into this tunnel, and you are trying to listen in on the conversation, right? Okay. Give me a perception check. Still with disadvantage. At this point, Rift, would you have doused the flame?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have doused it at the top before we started going down.
Sure.
When we heard voices. Yeah.
14.
14. You're hearing bits and pieces. A little bit of it is muffled. You can hear that the rain storm outside is starting to break into a thunderstorm. So there's a little bit of these like low booms coming through, warbled, and you're hearing a little bit more water rushing in. So some of these sounds are getting choppy, but you are hearing two voices. One through the lens of ratness, pitched slightly feminine. The other one pitched a little bit more deep and masculine. The feminine one,
Well, obviously Sakura told them. Why would they have known to come in and not just whack at you?
I don't know.
That one seemed really weird. This is ridiculous. What are we supposed to do about this? Well, I was thinking wait it out an hour and go back and pick clean their corpses, right? They might actually beat that thing. You saw them. You felt them. All right, so what do we do?
Y'all doing anything?
Waiting. I'm interested. If I can hear this too,
Give
I'm
me a-
like,
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
because I'm listening, it's not disadvantage because it's the
Correct. Yes, correct.
dark. Perception is.
And I will
+1,
say
18.
you do actually see a little bit of light in that room. It's not completely
Oh.
pitch black in there.
Cool. 18 perception.
18 perception. You are hearing all of this.
We should go to her. This is in her hands now. You know she's gonna fucking trim our tails for this. Well, not my fault you fucked up. I didn't do anything. Clearly, Sakura has it in her mind that she can do whatever she wants and let people down there without any warning.
That is the tree. That
Mhm.
name? Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to double check. Yeah.
Fine.
You hear a little bit like a sloshing noise and then like a metal cup like thunking on wood.
Let's
Mhm.
go.
You can hear a little bit of movement.
All right. Can I step past, or are we like?
Y'all are
She's
it's
different.
still tiny
Yeah.
mode. It's still squeeze.
All right.
Okay. Then
Just one-
yeah, if I feel a push, I'll move forward. Yeah.
Okay. Are y'all trying to like get into that room before they leave, or are you trying to follow at a
Yes.
distance? Okay.
I reckon get
Oh.
into. Oh, what do you think?
Do we want to see where they're going?
I guess so. I was gonna. Yeah.
Are y'all having conversation or are you doing something?
No. Yeah. I guess we are having.
Yeah. Just like
Follow or I
do
say
you
follow
wanna
or fight. Follow or fight.
follow.
Okay.
I
And
I
then
want to
we'll
know who
follow.
her is.
Mhm. So then we stay, wait until they leave, and then follow.
Sure.
I thought they were going to come back up this door. That's where
Mm.
my brain went, and so I was like, "Meh."
You were ready, yeah. And there's
Yeah.
probably still a little bit of that like tension of like if they come up this hole, it's go time. They don't.
Yeah. Okay.
So clearly there's another exit to this room. And you wait a little bit, wait for their footsteps to get like soft enough to where like, okay, now I can't hear because of the thunder, and start to press in. Reaper, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Is there light now?
You're moving towards an area that has light.
11.
11. You do not notice the trap. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Is this at disadvantage?
No.
Saving throws on.
Okay. It's this is 7.
7.
Yeah.
You press your foot forward and you feel like the ground sink just a little bit. And then you feel like Marv from the first Home Alone movie as a spike comes up one of those holes and directly into the bottom of your foot. You take...
Ow.
I only rolled 1. You take 1 point of piercing damage. And you take 15 points of poison damage.
Chill.
And I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Hey.
don't forget the plus
You do have +3.
Okay. Con 18.
18. You feel the poison like, and like your eyes get so heavy for half a second. You can feel like yourself lean forward and you stop yourself and you like shake yourself to stay awake. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Uh, 15.
15. I'm gonna say that's good enough that you suppress the pain noise. you don't make this like loud noise down the hallway. So that happens and you're like biting your lip. Yeah, you could proceed forward.
Let me check for more when I see her get stabbed.
Can I,
You will need light to do so while you're in this little hallway. Like, the light ahead is enough to like dimly illuminate that room that they were in. It's not enough to like come back up to where y'all are.
Can I cure wounds on myself?
You absolutely can. Physician, heal thyself.
Okay.
Y'all still going forward?
Mhm.
You come into a room. It has 4 entryways in and out. 3 of them are at slopes, and one of them is not. One of them leaves to the left and is at a straight angle. And you can see that there is a table next to it with like an iron cup sort of slapped on there. The chairs are askew, like someone just stood up from them. Around the room, there are just various kind of odds and ends and supplies. There's some water barrels, some food, some dry rations. There are what look like maybe some replacement thieves' tools, like some little bits and pieces here and there for any kit they might need. Maybe some tinker's tools for like repairing traps and stuff. Like you can see that like this is kind of like a little management hub for their sewer operations. You don't see any papers or anything. There is a leather, like a hide vellum sheet rolled out on that table that has a sort of map of the sewer system with various like ticks and check marks and little like thieves' cant symbols on it. You would not know what the thieves' cant symbols mean. I don't think either of you have a thieves background. So you don't know what the symbols mean. You can see that it's probably designating things of importance. And yeah, I would say someone give me a survival check. And if it's Reaper, remember disadvantage.
Oh, what's check?
Can
Survival.
Can I give advantage? Can I help?
You can help. Yeah, I'd say so. You can help, and Reaper or Rift, you can make it at advantage.
17.
17. Your best guess is that they left through the left. They left down that straight, even out hallway.
Yeah. Cool. Perfect. Can we... Do you want to take this map?
Yes.
I roll up the map, stick it in my belt.
Yep, you got it.
Can I also just grab some tinker's tools?
Sure. You got some tinker's tools.
Nice. Oh, I just reach in and I bend one of the lock picking tools so that it's like not usable for them.
So rude. Give me a strength check.
Strength 15.
Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Just push it into a table and then just chuck it back into the tool
Just
set.
the worst. Okay. Are y'all moving down that hallway?
Mm-hmm.
Moving down that hallway. This one is not a storm drain. This one is actually like a hallway. You can stand up, like it's a little bit of a break based on what you were doing before. Moving through this area.
Stealthing.
Still stealthing. Okay, give me I'll say that since y'all like broke stealth to like grab some stuff, give me new stealth checks.
And pass without traces.
Still pass without trace is still up, yes.
Ooh.
17.
What is this stealth?
Oh.
Plus 2.
I have plus 1. 18.
20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And you said 18 for...
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. I will do it with them. I think they have the same bonus. I do. Yes. That makes my life easier. Okay. Y'all are moving through that hallway very quietly. It's taking a long time. And it starts to become a little zigzaggy And then more routes start showing up. There's lefts and rights and T intersections and four ways. And you're even starting to see a couple of doors. Is there anything you're doing to sort of modify the way that you're progressing, or are you just trying to keep pace with where they went and follow them as best you can?
Would looking at that map before we picked it up, is there somewhere that was like marked off in this direction?
So looking at that map and sort of like early on, you're like, okay, shit, we might need a map. Looking at it, you can see that map was for the storm drain sewer system. It does not have these hallways on it.
Okay. I guess
you could see
maybe
like
just try to keep pace.
It had that like nexus room, and then the hallway coming out, and then it did that thing where it just fades the hallway. It's like, and then it continues on, but that's not on this map.
Yeah, I think keep pace, follow along. But if we notice or hear, I don't know, like a little girl going help in one of the doors, then we go and investigate you. Unless something deters us, I think we're following.
Okay, who's in the lead? Reaper.
I can't see yet, so.
Oh yes,
okay.
you're still dark mode. Right. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. So yes, Reaper, give me a perception check. At disadvantage. Yep.
Okay. 22.
22. You are hearing like. It sounds like the two that are ahead of you that you're following aren't thinking they need to be stealthy right now. You're hearing like the occasional clatter of gear or like a shoulder bump into a hallway. Like you're and like little idle bits of chit chat as they're walking. And you are following those noises pretty well. It starts to get a little ragged when you're hearing some like just sort of like pained noises coming from some of those doors every once in a while. You do pass like a metal door that is pretty severely bolted shut. All of the bolts are on your side, and there is a good amount of heat radiating from it. Just continuing on, following your quarry.
I'm not gonna touch that.
No, we could check it
Not
out
my business right now.
Nope.
Stick
Not
that
my
in the back
circus.
of my brain for later.
Yep. Pressing forward, you do eventually get to a section that widens out, and there's like a couple of pillars running down the center, and you can see various like little, it almost looks like coat racks kind of set up, like little hooks embedded into the wall, and you can see like belts and various packs and cloaks hung up here. Off from this little central hallway, there are all of these open archway doors. There's no doors closing them, they're just open, and inside you can see bunks. And you hear a couple snoring noises, a couple of like pen mark noises, and you're very careful as you move past those rooms. Like looking in, you can see like what looks like one of the other two, just sort of ratfolk humanoid with its back to you towards the door and like scratching some sort of note in a ledger. And up ahead, you do see a much grander, still open. There's no door. There's no door there. Still open archway that has a little bit more of a point. These others are like this. This one's coming to a little bit more of like it feels like you're entering something important. And you can see that there is a hallway up ahead that has like a very nice rug carpet running down its center. And you can hear the flame. You can actually, Rift, you are starting to be able to see there are braziers both there's like candles and braziers lit in this like barracks room that you're currently in. And there's also the flicker of light out in that bigger hallway that you're coming close to. As you get to like right at the precipice of that doorway, that archway that leads into the bigger room with the carpeting, you hear this guy's I never know what they're saying. What is it? Shut up, I got it. He's kind of
Hareki. Your accent's awful, even I can tell. Shut up! Your skyrocket.
And the patter of feet. And you can hear after that door noise, you can hear like clinking of cups and like the clattering of like that low like rhubarb like background chatter of some sort of hall that's heavily populated.
Okay. Do we understand? Can I see if I know what language?
What
that was?
languages do you know?
Common, Draconic, Primordial, and Undercommon.
Nope.
Mine is common, infernal, orc, and primordial.
You heard sounds that are shared in Infernal, but all of the inflection was the wrong way, which makes you think this was Abyssal.
Sounds like a lot of people ahead.
Can we like stick our head like Scooby-Doo style to look?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, give me a stealth check. You do not get the +10 from Pass Without Trace.
Yeah.
But I'll also say straight roll. Sorry. For you, disadvantage because of the exhaustion. I'll say straight roll for heavy armor purposes.
Okay, cool. 11.
11?
17.
17. Very interesting. You both look out into this hallway. And immediately you're like, back of the neck tinglies get a little bit of worry because there's like a lot of space behind you in this hallway that like this is clearly branching out into like a thing. It's like you've stumbled into what is essentially an underground castle of sorts, and you're like, you see the doors closing and you catch just a little bit of what is an opulent feasting hall. It has this long U-shaped table that runs almost the whole length of the room, and at its head there is a very large, impressive throne. Those are like the big details that you're getting at that like brief little bit. As it closes, you could see that there's like all these other things happening in the middle. It's like there's like people eating at the table, and there's also people like eating off of the floor in the middle, and it's a little bit hard to discern what's going on right away. But you can see closing this door is what almost looks like that rat folk. Almost. But the nails are long and black and look almost like chipped obsidian. And as it turns its face to like look around the room, its eyes are this dull red with just that like sickly yellow ring of an iris just sort of like lazily listing about in its socket. There are like executioner masks over their head to where it's just this like flat strop of leather with a buckle underneath, just like tightened down on them, like almost what you would expect there to be blinders if it was for a horse. And they have this like dark gray and blue matted fur, and one of them that wasn't doing anything with the door is just like on the side, like holding a like this giant, like almost looks like a cow's leg of a bone. There's this long like forked tongue wrapping around it. Occasionally its teeth bite its own tongue and this black blood oozes out. It doesn't seem to dismay it from whatever it's eating. And the last thing you notice is that their tails, at the end of them, there is this little like lick of like green fire or smoke coming off of their tails.
Whoa.
There are two of them, one on each side of the door. The door clatters closed, and you can see the one doing things lowers like a big brace into the lock.
Is this all still just hallways?
Mm-hmm.
Or are we in a room? No, okay.
It's like hallways that are rooms. So you're in a room that very much feels like a barracks, like some place that someone would go to that doesn't live there but just needs a place to sleep. And they're like hanging up equipment and stuff. This one feels more like an entryway into somewhere important, into a throne room. Where it goes off to your left, you don't know, but it does lead off that way and then branches left and right to go further into more places. It feels very much like you are in a castle. There's just no windows to anywhere.
Do you think there would be another way into that room?
Does it look like there's any like grates or anything that we can get around?
Oh, like if like ventilation systems or sewer systems in here? Give me a perception check. Disadvantage.
Do we see any sewers run through this part of the map?
Sewers within the sewers.
21.
None out here, and now that you're thinking about like ways in and out of that room, it's catching you as really weird that the brace for a door like that would be on this side of it. That should be on the inside of an important room. So that's catching you as like, what's happening there?
That's weird.
Yeah. And as far as we know, that's where the two we were following went.
Yes. In fact, I would say that as those doors were closing, just to demystify that, you would have seen them still walking forward.
Okay. I wonder if we go left and left, we can go back around and somehow... Is it all made out of stone, and is it stone walls now? Like
it is worked. It is worked stone all over. Yeah, just that heavy, dark stone. There's no.
Does it look maintained?
Yes.
Or does it look like it's been there for 1,000 years and they're using this now?
Possibly both.
Okay.
Like it looks like it could be older than whoever's currently living in it, but it also looks well kept.
Okay. Cool.
You don't know if these are the original occupants of whoever built this or not, but it looks well maintained. At that moment, you hear off to your left, back where it goes to that little branch out, the click, click, click of high heels and several other like footsteps coming.
Hide anywhere in this room?
You can hide by doing the whole like swoop to the outside of the archway that you're in, but that's gonna be your best bet at like hiding,
But then
unless you want to
would
pick a bunk room.
Abyss see us then? Abyss guards?
So you're looking out into the hallway. You would be ducking back in and hiding behind a wall.
Okay.
If you wanted to
let's do
hide from whoever's coming into that entryway now. Yeah, give me stealth checks real quick. I'd say flat, no heavy armor penalty. Actually, yes, heavy armor penalty on this, but you do get your plus 10. So normal stealth checks.
Okay.
No Scooby-Doo stealth checks.
13 plus 10, 23.
23.
16.
Okay. There is just this slight like as like the back of your armor piece like scratches against the stone a bit. You like hold your breath. Nothing immediately like pops out, right? There's no like, oh, like you didn't wake anybody in a bunk nearby. That click, click, click continues. And you see walking towards the door an Earthborn. This is a race unique to this plane that is basically for a long while they were called golems, until they were found to be sentient humanoids, and although they are actually elementals. They are basically, their skin is made of stone. They can like speak through stone, and they're very classically, they have civilizations in the Underdark. They don't typically live on the surface. It's very hard to tell gender for them because they are like almost like moving statues, but in a much more sort of like Easter Island style, like abstract facial expressions and body structures. You would guess feminine based on an elaborate kimono that is draped in deep blues and greens and laced with a little bit of gold trim. She is flanked on either side by what look to be humans, maybe a half-elf in plate armor that is not decorative, but certainly presentory and functional. Rift would recognize this as like sort of your almost like dress blues equivalent for armor. She marches up and immediately speaks in fluent abyssal towards one of the rat creatures, who starts busying itself like opening the thing again. And Rift, you can see her look over her shoulder and just make very fleeting eye contact with you. And that is where we are going to stop for today's game. We will see what her response is next time we join the two-person team of Grimace Fists stealthing their way in heavy armor. I love this. Not at all what I expected. Loving that it's going this way. This is amazing.
We're trying. And everything at disadvantage.
You exhaustion point tanking your way through this. Incredible. I commend you both for absolutely nailing it. Thank you everybody for coming and watching. This was a blasty blast. Continue to put those channel points into those vision challenges, and we'll see what cutscene you unlock next time. And until then, be good to yourselves, be good to others, and as always, are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Bye-bye. Stick around for a raid. I don't know why we're whispering. It's creepy and fun.
Okay, we're good. Oh god, my computer.